Okay. So try to recollect those terms. Fine. Okay. In the last lecture, we have studied about structure of chloroplast, the nature of light. Then we have come across the wavelengths of light. Correct, if I'm not wrong. We have done with wavelengths of light.
Yes.
Okay. So now next topic will be based on the same. Okay. That is to start with the process of photosynthesis. We have studied about one term, if you remember, phosphorylation. Do you remember that? Photophosphorylation. Yaad hai? We have come across a term called photophosphorylation. Yes, students? This one.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then I told you what do you mean by that. Photo word is added up here because it's all related to light. Correct? So we are adding here photophosphorylation, or else that term used is phosphorylation. So meaning क्या होता है इसका? See, whenever a process goes on and ATP gets converted to ADP and NADPH gets converted to NADP, that means here from this ATP one phosphate is used and from NADPH one hydrogen is used. Correct? So when we donate one phosphate and one hydrogen and a reaction proceeds, then we say it is phosphorylation. And in this case, light is involved. That's the reason we say it is photophosphorylation. Clear? Once again, I'm repeating the same. That is, whenever there is conversion of light energy into chemical energy, for that purpose, we require energy-rich molecules. And energy-rich molecules which are stored here in stroma and grana are ATP and NADPH. Okay? So from this energy-rich molecule, when from ATP we use one phosphate and from NADPH we are using one hydrogen, then the term used is phosphorylation. And as it is in presence of light, we use the term photophosphorylation. Okay. So be clear with this because we are going to use this term later on. Okay. Yeah. Now come to this we have studied in the last lecture how light dependent reactions are going on. So when we study about the light dependent reaction, we are going to come across two photosystems. One is photosystem 1, another is photosystem 2. These photosystems are based on the wavelengths of light. Okay, and the higher and the lower, or we can say minimum and maximum. There are two wavelengths which are being involved here in light dependent reaction. Kitne wavelengths involved hai? Two wavelengths, where the first wavelength will be P. P refers to photosystem is P680, 680, and the maximum will be P700. Okay, so two photosystems we are going to use here in the light dependent reaction. One is minimum, that is 680, and other is maximum, that is 700. So how we are going to spell this? It's photosystem 1 or photosystem 2, that is P680 and P700. Okay, so is तरह we are going to go on with the process. Fine. So now draw this diagrammatic representing. I think it is quite clear to you all. Both the systems, that is light dependent reaction, it occurs in grana, and dark reactions occur in stroma. Isn't it? We have studied about it. And this green color part which you see is the grana containing thylakoid. Okay. So the membrane of the thylakoid is going to act as a semi-permeable membrane for the exchange of electrons. Okay. So here this green color part is the grana. Grana consists of thylakoids, and thylakoid membrane is going to act as a semi-permeable membrane. Are you all listening to me? What you all are busy writing then? No one is going to write anything now. Okay, one by one, let me know whether you remember what we have studied earlier. Okay, I'm talking about the green color part, correct? So what is this green color part? Yes, Vardhini?
Grana.
Grana, okay, fine. Yash will tell me what is that present inside the grana which is helping in the light reaction.
Thylakoid.
Thylakoid, very good. And we are going to study here about the exchange of electrons. As I told you last time, when all the accessory pigments trap sunlight and they bring up to chlorophyll A, correct? So when this light energy reaches up to chlorophyll A gets excited and what it does? मुस्कान क्या होता है इसके बाद? When the light energy reaches up to chlorophyll A, yes?
Ma'am, it converts into chemical energy.
No. Once it gets excited, what it does? It gives out. Yes, Mayuri, will you try? When chlorophyll A gets excited, what happens? It releases out. Yes, students, try to recollect what we have done last time. Yes, Tanvi. Vedant, why you are so tensed? What it gives out, Narendra?
Electron.
Electron, very good. So when this light energy reaches up to chlorophyll A gets excited and it emits out one energy rich electron, correct? So now this energy rich electron has to pass on through a series of electron acceptors, okay? And to pass through them, it uses the thylakoid membrane. And that's the reason thylakoid membrane here is acting as a semi-permeable membrane because it has to allow the electron to pass through it, okay? So ये photo system 1 and photo system 2, these are the two photo systems which are going to help you in the light reaction, where one is 680 and another is 700. The 680 and 700 refers to the wavelength of light, okay? And then the other part is stroma, where the dark reaction may start. So what is involved here? Here you can see that ATP and NADPH is used, where ATP gets converted to ADP and NADPH to NADP, okay? And there is photolysis of water, where water molecule breaks up and gives out oxygen. Yeah. So write down this diagrammatic representation of light dependent reactions. And one more thing, just listen here, this photo system 1 and photo system 2, these are the special chlorophyll molecules itself. Huh? These are the chlorophyll molecules which are of special type, P680 and P700, which are meant to trap the light energy and release an energy rich electron. So these are nothing but the special type of chlorophyll molecules itself. Okay, P1 and P2. After drawing this diagrammatic representation, down you can write that these are known as photocenters. P1 and P2 are called as photocenters. And these are nothing but chlorophyll molecules.
Ma'am, will you repeat the point?
See, what I said is somewhere down you can write that this P2 and P1, they are called as photocenters. Okay, and they are nothing but special type of chlorophyll molecules. These are photocenters. And these are special type of chlorophyll molecules. Done, everyone? Completed till here?
No, ma'am.
Yes, all? Any doubt with this? No doubt. किसी को कोई doubt ही नहीं आया after looking across this diagrammatic representation? You understood everything what has been listed here? Yes, everyone. इधर जो कुछ भी है, whatever term has been listed here in this diagrammatic representation, you understood everything? Yes? I want the answer from here.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, who is that? I can't hear you clearly. Narendra. Yes, tell. What is that you didn't understand? Tell first. There is something here which you have not studied at all. तो आपको समझ में आएगा ही नहीं. And you all are just nodding you understood. Tell me what it is.
Chemiosmosis.
That term.
What's that? What is that? Chemiosmosis, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's what I'm telling. So it is chemiosmosis. So what do you mean by that? See, it's osmosis, a type of osmosis. Osmosis क्या होता है? Whenever a liquid flows from lower to higher concentration, correct? Through a semi-permeable membrane. You say it is osmosis. Now, when we are talking about the exchange of chemical ions through a semi-permeable membrane, and here this semi-permeable membrane is a thylakoid membrane. So here this electron has to transfer or pass on through different electron acceptors, and through pass to the different electron acceptors, we require a semi-permeable membrane, isn't it? That's why we are using the term chemiosmosis here. Understood? That is, during the process of respiration, there is exchange of hydrogen ions. Okay, and during the process of photosynthesis, there is exchange of what? During respiration, there is exchange of hydrogen ion. So during photosynthesis, there is exchange of oxygen because oxidation takes place, isn't it? So here there is exchange of gases and certain ions through semi-permeable membrane, and that's why we are using the term chemiosmosis. Okay? So यही वो extra term है which you need to understand because we are going to go through that question later on. Clear? So light dependent reaction में ये सब कुछ होता है. ATP and NADPH is used. It is being converted to ADP and NADP. There is photolysis, that is breaking down of water molecule, and oxygen is released. Fine? Okay. So now here, next. You all know what is quantum energy. Malum hai na? Light energy is the quantum energy. Where it is stored? Quantum energy or the light energy, where it is stored? Obviously, it will be stored in the thylakoids because all the pigments are present in thylakoid and energy is being trapped by them. Okay, so that's the reason it is present in thylakoid. Then we know what is an excited state of an electron. So when light energy reaches up to chlorophyll A, what happens? It gets excited and it emits out one electron, and at that time it is in an excited state. Then when we can say that it is at ground state, when chlorophyll A is not receiving any light energy, it is in its original stable condition. So when chlorophyll A is in a stable condition, it is not receiving any light energy, then you can say that it is in a ground state. And as soon as it receives light energy, it becomes excited and emits an electron. Okay, so no need of writing it, we have done this earlier. Then what are reaction centers? reaction centers are P680 and P700, where 680 and 700 are the wavelengths of light. Okay, so P680 and P700 molecules form the reaction centers, or you say they are photocenters. Okay, so now what exactly happens here? ये होता क्या है? What is happening? As I told you, thylakoids contain all the pigments, accessory as well as the chlorophyll pigments. सारे pigments thylakoid में ही है, isn't it? So if the photocenter, that is the P680 molecule of chlorophyll, is absorbing the light at the wavelength 680. Okay, see, देखो ये क्या है, I'll tell you. P680 molecule कब बनेगा? तो P680 is a chlorophyll molecule only when it is trapping the sunlight up to the wavelength of 680. Okay, वैसे ही P700 will be a chlorophyll molecule only when it will trap energy up to the wavelength of 700. Getting? तो जो 700 वेवलेंथ के लाइट को एब्जॉर्ब करेगा, दैट इज P700 क्लोरोफिल मॉलिक्यूल. जो 680 वेवलेंथ को एब्जॉर्ब करेगा, दैट विल बी P680 क्लोरोफिल मॉलिक्यूल. इज इट क्लियर?
Yes.
Okay. So it depends upon the wavelength of light which has been trapped by this chlorophyll molecules. Okay. Say it's given here. The letter P stands for pigment 680 and 700 for the wavelengths of light at which these molecules show maximum absorption. So when the one which shows maximum absorption at 680 will be P680. The one which shows maximum absorption at 700 will be P700. If you want, you can write down the second point. It will be easy for you all to remember later on. Write down the second point. Sorry. Can keep the last part underlined, that is from wavelengths of light at which these molecules show maximum absorption. Keep that line highlighted. Done? Oh? Just all completed? Just one point you need to write, the middle one. Yeah. Done, everyone? Complete? Okay. See, this is a procedure. What it means, that when all these pigments, they trap energy and bring up to chlorophyll A, it gets excited and emits an energy rich electron. Okay, that's why chlorophyll A, which acquires the light energy at the end, that is the final light energy, is being taken by chlorophyll A and it's called as photocenter, whereas rest all the pigments, they are known as antenna pigments. Okay, only chlorophyll is called as the reaction center, okay, or the main pigment, whereas rest all the pigments are known as antenna pigment molecules. This antenna pigment molecules will trap the light and bring it up to chlorophyll A, and chlorophyll A will then form a reaction center. Okay, so only chlorophyll is called as a reaction center, rest all are known as antenna pigment molecules. You can just write down one line instead of drawing everything, just write one line. All other pigments are called as antenna pigment molecules, and only chlorophyll is known as reaction center. As it emits the electron the first time, it's called as primary electron acceptor. Right, reaction center, chlorophyll, and rest all will be antenna pigment molecules. Yeah, done? Okay, just 2 lines you need to write. Don't draw the entire figure. Completed, everyone? Okay. Yeah. This is the same. It's given that some are accessory pigments. They are called as antenna molecules, and only the chlorophyll is known as the reaction center, where the photochemical process acts upon. Now come to the main point, that is photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. Okay. See, the thylakoid membranes of the chloroplast, they have got two kinds of photosystems, each one having its own light harvesting molecule and the carotenoid molecules. What are carotenoids? These are the antenna molecules or the accessory pigments who are going to trap the light energy and bring up to chlorophyll A. They are the carotenoid molecules. We have studied this earlier. These are the accessory pigments which will trap the light energy and bring up to chlorophyll A. Then chlorophyll and accessory pigments, what they do? They capture the light energy and pass on to the photocenters. And what are the photocenters? Photocenters are PS1 and PS2. Okay. Don't write this. I'll tell you how we are going to represent the answer. Then the photon absorbed anywhere in the harvesting zone of P680 center can pass its energy to the P680 molecule. Okay, that just before what I told you, P680 kab rahega? When it is going to trap the light up to the wavelength of P680, maximum absorption up to 680. And when it will be known as P700, when its maximum absorption will be up to the wavelength of 700. This is what they have given. So if the photon absorbed anywhere, photon is the light, when it is absorbed anywhere in the harvesting zone of P680 center, then only it will pass the energy to P680 molecule. Okay, P680 किसका molecule है? Chlorophyll का molecule है. Then when you come down, the cluster of pigment molecules which will transfer this energy to P680. Okay, or below the wavelength of 680 nm. 680 nm is what? The unit for wavelength. तो इधर आप लोग इतना ही समझ लो that when the light energy up to 680 nm is absorbed, then only it will pass on it to P680 molecule. ठीक है? Then if the light of wavelength 700 is being absorbed, then only it's going to pass on to P700 chlorophyll molecule. Yeah? So P680 forms photosystem 2. P680 रहेगा PS2 and P700 will be PS1. ये fixed रखो. P700 is 1 and P680 is 2. Okay? Don't try to go more deep into it. Just try to understand what I said. If they are absorbing the light energy up to 680 wavelength, then it is P680 chlorophyll molecule. If it is absorbing light energy up to P700 nm, then it is P700 chlorophyll molecule. And P700 chlorophyll molecule will be represented as PS1 and P680 will be represented as PS2. Okay. So what we have to remember here is this. P680 is PS2 and P700 is PS1. Write only that much. Okay, I'll give you the difference in a very simplified manner. Then you'll come to know what I'm talking about. Okay, तो ये लिखो PS2 is P680 and PS1 is P700. PS2 is P680 and PS1 is P700. Okay, yeah. Now what you do is you make two columns. I'll give you this answer in a simplified manner. I think you all are much confused with it. Make two columns. One side you write PS1, other side PS2. PS1 and PS2. That is photo system 1 and photo system 2. Written? Okay, okay. Then on PS1 side you will write as the first point. Okay, PS1 के side में लिखोगे as a first point, right? It has P700 as reaction center. It has P700 as reaction center. P700 as reaction center. Okay. Now on the other side, that is PS2 में लिखो, क्या लिखोगे? It has P680, yes, as the reaction center. P680 as the reaction center. Okay, now the basic difference I'll tell you, listen. When we are talking about PS2, PS2 shows presence of chlorophyll B, whereas PS1 has only chlorophyll A. PS1 में chlorophyll B absent है and PS2 में chlorophyll B present है. So write down that as the second point. PS1 chlorophyll B is absent. PS1 में लिखोगे chlorophyll B is absent. And in PS2 you will write chlorophyll B is present. Chlorophyll B is present. Is present. Okay. Now, see this P, when we are talking about PS1, okay, PS1 is not involved in the major process of light reaction. What is the main thing which happens in light reaction? Tell me. What happens in light reaction? We have divided entire photosynthesis into two, light and dark reaction. What is that happens in light reaction? What is the end product of light reaction? Very simple question. We have repeated many a times. End product of light reaction. क्या होता है end में light reaction के? Yes. If you have revised the earlier part, it's very easy for you all to answer. What is the end product of light reaction? Yeah, Vardhani, try.
Oxygen.
Yes. It releases oxygen. Means what happens? What is that process known as? Oxygen is evolved by which process? What is that happens in Hill's
Reduction.
reaction? No. What is that happens in Hill reaction? क्या होता है Hill reaction में? Yes, what is that procedure? What is that reaction known as? No one here can answer. Yes, Ayush, Shani, Khushi, Niyati, Shravani.
Oxygen is released from water.
Yeah, what you're telling me? I can't hear you clearly.
Oxygen is released from water.
What is that? What is that? I want a name.
Photolysis of water.
Yes, it's photolysis of water. Okay. So photolysis of water जो है उसमें PS1 is not going to take part. Okay, so light reaction में जो end product है, that is oxygen, it is released by photolysis of water, and in that only PS2 is involved, not PS1. Yeah, so write down as point number 3, photolysis of water not involved, or it is not involved in, it is not involved in photolysis of water. It is not involved in photolysis of water. Not involved in photolysis of water. PS2 is involved in photolysis of water. PS2 is involved in photolysis of water. PS1 is not involved. Okay. So when photolysis is not involved, what is not formed here? If photolysis is not involved, so what is that which is not formed over here?
Oxygen.
Yes. So molecular oxygen is not evolved in PS1. Write down this as point number 4. Molecular oxygen is not evolved in this system. Molecular oxygen is not evolved in this system. Whereas in PS2, molecular oxygen is released. PS2, molecular oxygen is released. PS1, it is not released or evolved. Okay. Now, here when we talk about light reactions, they occur in two different forms. One is cyclic and other is non-cyclic. Okay. So when we are talking about cyclic photophosphorylation, there both PS1, okay, will be involved. So when I'm talking about cyclic reaction, only PS1 will be involved. And when we are talking about non-cyclic reactions, there you will see there is involvement only of one photosystem. Clear? So write down this as the last point. In PS1 likho, it is involved in cyclic as well as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. It is involved in cyclic as well as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Cyclic as well as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Okay. Then PS2, it is involved only in non-cyclic. It is involved only in non-cyclic. Only in non-cyclic. Okay. Okay. Liga? So this is about PS1 and PS2. Okay, so in short you have understood, I suppose. सबको समझ में आया ये PS1 and PS2 क्या है? Everyone here understood what it is? Okay. So now come to this, that is photosystem 2. When I need to discuss in detail about it, मुझे क्या पता होना चाहिए? You all know that P680 is PS2, isn't it? So this system will bring about photolysis of water and release of oxygen. It is clear to be all. PS2, what it does, it absorbs light, electrons are released and chlorophyll molecule is oxidized. Okay, simple way. ये करता क्या है? It takes up the light energy, it releases one electron and chlorophyll molecule gets oxidized. Clear? The electron which is emitted out, जो इलेक्ट्रॉन इमिट होता है फ्रॉम दिस P680 अल्टीमेटली विल बी ट्रैप्ड बाय P700. ओके, लास्ट वो किधर जाएगा? इट इज गोइंग टू गो अप टू P700 which is PS1. So is it coming back to P680? No, no. So when it is not coming back to P680, I'll say it is non-cyclic. And when the electron which is emitted by P680 again comes back to P680, then I'll say it is cyclic. ठीक है? जब P680 से निकला हुआ इलेक्ट्रॉन रिटर्न आके फिर से P60 में ही आएगा, then I'll say it is cyclic. Okay, cycle complete, no? But the electron which is emitted by 680, ultimately when it is trapped by P700, it will go to PS1, not PS2 back. Then I'll say it is non-cyclic. Okay? So when this oxidized P680 regains its electron, PS2 से निकला हुआ इलेक्ट्रॉन जब फिर से PS2 में ही आता है, okay, then the photolysis of water occurs in this manner. Okay, then only the photolysis will occur in this manner. Photolysis is what? Breaking down of water molecule. You will see here how water molecule gets splits up. Okay, ये entire thing, ये जो reactions है आप chemistry में भी पढ़ोगे in detail, I suppose. Entire photolysis, you will see here H4H2O breaks down to form protons and electrons. Okay, where protons क्या है? Hydrogen atoms. Okay, 4 hydrogen atoms, we are concerned with this. So when this 4OH hydroxyl ions, when further they emit out the electron, when it gets oxidized, you will see 4 electrons are released, isn't it? So when you are getting 4OH, this 4OH gets converts to 2 water molecule with oxygen. So byproduct हमारा क्या है? Water plus oxygen plus protons plus electrons, correct? And where these protons and electrons are going to pass on? If it is photosynthesis, it will pass through the thylakoid membranes, and if it is respiration, it's going to pass through the membranes of mitochondria. Okay, so in case of photosynthesis now, as this light reaction occurs in grana, that is thylakoid, the thylakoid membrane is acting as a semi-permeable membrane for passing these protons and electrons. So this splitting of water molecule is very very important to show light reaction. Okay, ये जो splitting process है वो बहुत important है to show light reaction. Clear with this? Okay, fine. So you're not going to write this now. We'll come to this point later on. Now see, oxygen which is given out as a byproduct by the photosynthesizing plants, it is being used for the process of respiration, isn't it, by the animals? Same way, ये जो protons है, where do they go and accumulate? They accumulate in the thylakoid, resulting in the proton gradient. Okay, now why I'm telling you about this? Because we are going to study chemiosmosis. And just before I told you, what do you mean by chemiosmosis? It is transfer of ions through a semi-permeable membrane. If it is photosynthesis, it will be through chloroplast. If it is respiration, it will be through mitochondria. Okay, and we require your protons and electrons. So your energy released by the protons will diffuse across through the thylakoid membrane into this stroma, and due to this what happens? An electron gradient is established. Okay, electron gradient का मतलब क्या है? When something flows from lower concentration to higher concentration. Okay, जहाँ पे वो कम है वहां से वो ज्यादा की तरफ जब जाएगा, when it will go from lower to higher, at that time an electron gradient is established. So it is the exchange of ions through electron gradient. Understood? And that is called as chemiosmosis. I'll give you in a simple manner. Just write down chemiosmosis. In simple words, how you can explain this. Write chemiosmosis. I'll give it in my own words. The movement of ions. The movement of ions across a selectively permeable membrane. Movement of ions across a selectively permeable membrane. Selectively permeable membrane. down their electrochemical gradient. Down their electrochemical gradient is called chemiosmosis. Is called,
Ma'am, will you repeat?
okay, the movement of ions across a selectively permeable membrane down their electrochemical gradient is called chemiosmosis. Okay. Now come to the next point in the same. किसका movement है? That will write now. The movement of hydrogen ions. Write down as a second point. The movement of hydrogen ions across a membrane. Movement of hydrogen ions across a membrane during respiration in mitochondria. During respiration in mitochondria. Gaurang, are you writing? Respiration in mitochondria and during photosynthesis in chloroplast. During photosynthesis in chloroplast, leads to generation of ATP. Leads to generation of ATP. Okay. So now as we are talking about photosynthesis, so what is the semi-permeable membrane? Who will tell me? We are talking about photosynthesis. So what is the semi-permeable membrane here?
Thylakoid membrane.
Thylakoid membrane. Okay. And where the protons will be accumulated? Where the protons will be accumulated? Semi-permeable membrane is the thylakoid. So where these protons will be accumulated? कहाँ पे वो जमा हो जाएंगे? See, we have studied about the structure of chloroplast. In that we know the thylakoid has got a lumen. Cavity है ना thylakoid में, isn't it? So when the protons will pass through thylakoids, obviously it is going to get collected in the lumen, that is the cavity of thylakoid. Okay, write down this in your simple words में लिखो. These membranes are thylakoids. These membranes are thylakoids. These membranes are thylakoids and protons will be accumulated. These membranes are thylakoids and protons will be accumulated or collected, you can write, in the lumen of thylakoid. In the lumen of thylakoid during photosynthesis. In the lumen, that is the cavity, lumen, L-U-M-E-N, lumen or cavity of thylakoids during photosynthesis.
Ma'am, can you repeat? Ma'am, can you repeat again?
Which one? Which point?
Ma'am, protons will
Yeah. See, these protons, write down. These protons will be collected in the lumen of thylakoid. Protons will be accumulated in the lumen of thylakoid during photosynthesis. Means क्या मतलब क्या हुआ? The protons will pass through the thylakoid membrane and it will come and get collected in the lumen of thylakoid. Okay. अभी I've used a term electrochemical gradient. तो ये electrochemical gradient कब generate होगा? Whenever something flows from a area to, अभी ये opposite हो जाएगा ना, gradient यानी क्या opposite? So electrochemical gradient will be established when these hydrogen ions will start diffusing, यानी जो protons है they will start diffusing from higher concentration to lower concentration. उल्टा. Then an electrochemical gradient will be established. Okay. So write down this point also. An electrochemical gradient forms when protons diffuse from an area of higher proton concentration to lower proton concentration. Higher proton concentration to lower proton concentration. Okay, और यही जो electrochemical gradient है will be used to produce ATP. Only because of this electrochemical gradient, ATP will be formed. Okay, now to undergo the entire process, ये जो पूरा process है, to undergo this process we require one enzyme. क्योंकि अगर वो enzyme नहीं रहेगा, then ATP will not be formed. Clear? So what is that enzyme? It's not there in your syllabus, but I want you all to know that. Okay, so write down the name of the enzyme, ATP synthetase. ATP synthetase. I'll just write down somewhere. 1 minute. Okay, it is ATP synthetase. Okay, is the enzyme in presence of which ATP will be formed by chemiosmosis. You can write the name of this enzyme somewhere there in the bracket. Okay, क्योंकि जब तक हाइड्रोजन नहीं जाएगा तब तक फोटोफॉस्फोराइलेशन नहीं होगा. Okay, that also you need to keep in mind. यानी till then जब तक वो प्रोटॉन्स नहीं जाएगा तब तक फोटोफॉस्फोराइलेशन is not possible. Okay, understood? Okay. So now, what happened? Now, okay, now we'll come to the main point what we were talking about, that is chemiosmosis. Okay? Yeah. See, now this is chemiosmosis, ATP synthesis through chemiosmosis. What we have to focus here on? See, PS2, this is PS1. Okay, as I told you, okay, light reaction, light is taken up by P680. Light is taken up by P680. It undergoes both cyclic as well as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Just before I told you what is cyclic, that if the electron which is released from P680 comes back to P680, then it is cyclic. But if the electron released from P680 goes to P700, then it is non-cyclic. तो दोनों reactions यहाँ पे होगा P680, okay, cyclic, as well as P680 and P700 non-cyclic. Both the reactions will take place. You will see there are cytochrome systems involved. ये electron carriers है. जो electron emit होगा ना, that electron will be carried out with electron carriers. Plastoquinone, cytochrome B6, cytochrome F, plastocyanine. What are these? These are the electron carriers. They will carry on the electrons as well as the passing of the protons, because you can see here protons are passed on, and these protons are used here for what? For phosphorylation of ATP to ADP and P. है ना, यहाँ पे देखो, this is ATP. From ADP and P, ATP is formed, and this you say it is called as phosphorylation. And as it takes place in presence of light energy, इस process को हम बोलेंगे photophosphorylation. तो ये सब कुछ जब होता है, all this, that is cyclic, non-cyclic reactions. ये पूरा क्या है? All together cyclic and non-cyclic reactions which are going to emit out the protons, and these protons will be used here for the process of photophosphorylation for the formation of ATP. ADP plus 1 phosphate will form ATP. इसके लिए ये protons की ज़रूरत है. And when all these happens together, you see there is formation of ATP through chemiosmosis. This diagrammatic representation is very, very important. The writing part is quite simple, which I gave you now, but the diagrammatic representation आपको अभी थोड़ा सा confusing लगेगा, but after studying cyclic and non-cyclic, you will find it easy. क्योंकि ये जो कुछ भी है ना यहाँ पे from year to year, all these are the reactions which are involved in cyclic and non-cyclic. अभी आपको देखने से समझ में नहीं आएगा what is happening here. But when you'll go through cyclic and non-cyclic, you will understand these two reactions. Then there is release of protons. These protons will be used for the formation of ATP. Clear? So abhi ke liye what you will do is you're going to draw this diagrammatic representation for chemiosmosis. Do it. Take a full page. You can keep your page horizontal and do it. You can see this enzyme written here. It's not that clear. ATP synthetase. We have written about the enzyme, no? Only in presence of ATP synthesis, the formation of ATP is possible. So this is ATP synthetase. You can see all the protons accumulated in the lumen of thylakoid. This pink color is the membrane of thylakoid. This open space inside is the lumen of thylakoid. We have studied that all protons are collected in the lumen of thylakoid. Try to relate what we have studied now. देखो सारे protons इस lumen के अंदर है, and that is why we can use them further. ये सब कुछ अभी जैसा है वैसे लिखो. When we'll study further cyclic and non-cyclic, you will come to know about it. See this you will write cytochrome B6, F. ये दोनों अलग अलग है. Cytochrome B6 and F. These are two different cytochromes. See, there's one question. Can you all tell me where the proton concentration is more? In the lumen of thylakoid or in the stroma? कहाँ पे प्रोटॉन ज्यादा रहेगा? And you have to give me the reason why. Yes, think students, tell me. Where there will be more amount of protons, in the lumen of thylakoid or in the stroma? ध्यान से देखो. Where it will be more? Yes. What is happening there in the stroma? Stroma में कौन सा reaction हो रहा है? Just tell me. Outside is stroma. So which reaction occurs in stroma? Can you see here up? Reduction of NADP to NADPH2. है ना? This is a reaction which occurs in stroma. तो इसके लिए हाइड्रोजन की जरूरत है या नहीं है? For the reduction process, do we require hydrogen? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So as we require hydrogen for the reduction reaction, obviously the hydrogen from the stroma will be used up. So where there will be more, in lumen or in stroma? Where there will be more, in lumen or stroma? इतना हिंट देने के बाद भी you are still thinking about it? I said the reduction reaction occurs in stroma where there is requirement of hydrogen, protons, that is correct. So अगर यहाँ पे requirement है तो number of protons will decrease or increase? When you use up something, will it decrease or increase? Decrease. So in stroma, it has been used for the reduction of NADP to NADPH2, and that's the reason in stroma it will be less. Whereas in lumen of the thylakoid, it is just used for the process of phosphorylation. तो यहाँ पे ये क्या होगा? Increase होगा. So there will be more amount of protons in the lumen and less amount of protons in the stroma. So if you get such an application based question, तो answer आपका क्या रहेगा? That in stroma there is reduction reaction where NADP gets converted to NADPH2 where hydrogen is utilized, and that's the reason there will be less amount of protons in stroma and more in lumen. Okay, so such type of questions can come. Sanket, are you a new student? Is this your first lecture?
Yes.
Okay, so try to revise the earlier part. पहले की videos देखो and try to revise. Okay, if you have any doubts, we'll do in the next lecture. Fine?
Okay.
Yeah. I think we have done two lectures, no, for photosynthesis. You know? Okay, go through those two videos. Yes, be quick, students. I told you what type of questions can be asked based on this. And if you have understood this, I want you all to write one answer. एक question लिख के लो, जिसका आंसर आप लिखना है. You'll be writing a note on photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. Note on photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. Over? And once again, you are going to draw this diagrammatic representative for chemiosmosis. ये जो आपने अभी ड्रॉ किया है वो एक बार फिर से ड्रॉ करोगे, because it will be used for the further questions also, so you have to be well versed with this. So once again, you're going to draw diagrammatic representation for chemiosmosis. And the second question I gave you, write a note on photosystem 1 and photosystem 2. Okay, take 2-3 more questions. अब assignment में थे मत लिखो. For today, you are going to write down the questions which I am giving you. What is excited state? What is excited state of chlorophyll pigment? What is excited state of chlorophyll pigment? Question number 2, what is ground state? What is ground state? Okay, of that chlorophyll molecule. What is the ground state? Liga? And third, what is light reaction? What is light reaction? Okay, so go through all these notes. Today we have done with a very important question, that is chemiosmosis, and then the 2 photosystems. Go through it, try to write the answers. I think then the doubts will be clear. Okay, if not, we'll be doing in tomorrow's lecture. आज का दिन ही है आपको ये लिखने के लिए, so you have to write it today itself. Fine, so only everything will be clear by tomorrow. Okay, chalo, bye all of you. We'll stop here for today.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.